it's alive. Engines roar in this digital drive. Sweat on my brow, I burn the midnight oil. Lap after lap, carve my name in the soil. 100 ways to crash, but not tonight. I chase the line, I earn my fight. Pedal down, no fear, I'm taking flight. This track, this race, is mine tonight. Qualifying ghosts, I'll throw them down. Every corner's mine, I own this town. Science scream, my setup's tight. I bled for this win in the virtual light. 100 ways to crash, but not tonight. I chase the line, I earn my fight. Pedal down, no fear, I'm taking flight. This track, this race, is mine tonight. No resets, no excuses, I pay my dues. Study every apex, I've got nothing to lose. The pack's behind me, checkers in my sight. I'm the king of this over, I'm winning tonight. 100 ways to crash, but not tonight. I'll chase the line, I've earned my fight. Pedal down, no fear, I'm taking flight. This track, this race, it's mine tonight. No resets, no excuses, I paid my dues. Studied every apex, I've got nothing to lose. The pack's behind me, checkers in my sight. I'm the king of this over, I'm winning tonight. No resets, no excuses, I paid my dues. Studied every apex, I've got nothing to lose. The pack's behind me, checkers in my sight. I'm the king of this over, I'm winning tonight. No resets, no excuses, I paid my dues. Studied every apex, I've got nothing to lose. The pack's behind me, checkers in my sight. I'm the king of the server, I'm winning tonight. Shift up, hold steady, I'm crossing that line. I race in glory, this moment's mine. Pedal down, no fear, I'm taking flight. This track, this race, it's mine tonight. Burning and pixels collide. Steel and rubber in a world online. Every corner's a war to survive. Lead foot's keeping the fire alive. Engines in the void, thundering loud. Virtual tracks, but the crowd still shout. Through the crash and the flame we rise again. Lead foot TV, where the night won't end. Screaming sparks in the haze. Metal hearts locked in digital rage. Every lap is a line in the sand, driven faster by a ghostly hand. Leadfoot TV, Leadfoot TV, Leadfoot TV. Engines in the void, thundering loud. Virtual tracks, but the crowd still shout. Through the crash and the flame we rise again. Leadfoot TV, where the night won't end. Tires scream, sparks in the haze. Metal hearts locked in digital rage. Every lap is a line in the sand, driven faster by a ghostly hand. Leadfoot TV, Leadfoot TV, Leadfoot TV, Leadfoot TV, Leadfoot TV. TV. night. Slow and heavy, the storm begins. Glory is calling, only one wins. Lights on the horizon, fire in the veins. Every lap written in blood and chains. The track remembers, it takes its due. Legends fallen, and legends break through. No retreat, no disguise. Engines awaken under blackened skies. One by one, the echoes rise. Leadfoot TV, the fire never dies. Leadfoot TV, feel the ground ignite. Through the smoke and fire, into the night. Slow and heavy, the storm begins. Glory is calling, only one wins. Only one wins. Only one wins. Only one wins. No retreat, no disguise. Engines awaken under blackened skies. One by one, the echoes rise. Leadfoot TV, the fire never dies.
You talk too much, but the track don't lie. Quit stalling out, quit wasting time. The only way forward is pedal to the floor. Quit whining, drive like you want more. Quit whining and drive, feel the fury ignite. On Leadfoot TV, it's a battle tonight. Quit whining and drive, leave it down in the dust. Steel and fire is the throttle we trust. Rubbing doors at 200 strong. The weak get wrecked, the brave roll on. Every lap's a war, no mercy inside. If you came to complain, step off the ride. The time is ticking, the engine's roared. Quiet and drive, that's what it's for. From the sims to the screen, it's the edge of your seat. Burning rubber where legends can be. Quit whining and drive, feel the fury ignite. On Leadfoot TV, it's a battle tonight. Quit whining and drive, leave it down in the dust. Steel and fire, it's the throttle we trust. Lights out, hearts bound, hear the countdown scream. You're trapped in the cockpit of a digital dream. No tears, no fear, just a checkered sky. Quit whining and drive or get left behind. Quit whining and drive or get left behind. Quit whining and drive, let the wild take control. On Leadfoot TV, it's a race for the soul. Quit whining and drive, leave it down in the dust. Steel and fire, it's the throttle we trust. Green flags alive. Quit whining and drive.
Screens lit up, the grid's alive.
Welcome in here to the Gibson Soda Shop 200 with the EMSN NASCAR Series. I am Chris Golden alongside our producer Tracy Brown, bringing you all the action tonight from beautiful and lucky, hopefully, for one driver tonight, Las Vegas, as we come out here with Leadfoot TV, ready to rock and roll. Oh, this is going to be an awesome race tonight. Tracy, what do you think we're going to be able to see here tonight?
Chris, I think this is going to be a super speedy track. I think, it's not quite a quad oval. It's more of a D shape, but boy, she is big, fast, and long. And I don't know, these guys last week really impressed me a heck of a lot. So I think we're going to see some great racing action here tonight.
I am 100% on board with that. I am looking forward to it, and I am expecting it. They set the bar pretty high last week. But let's go ahead and do a quick rundown of our starting lineup here. Front row on the pole, Mason Tomlinson in that 4-car. You're going to hear his name quite a bit tonight. Him as well as Bryce Fontaine in the 17. That is your front row. Second row inside, Blake Thronberg. Made a lot of noise last week at Daytona. Right back here, of course, Jose Mercado starting 4th outside second row. Last week's unofficial winner, but was black flagged, did not receive the win. He crossed the line first, did not receive the win. Will be starting 4th tonight. Jordan Kalinian will be 5th, right there in the 00. Ryan O'Toole starting 6th, which will be outside row 3. Then we got inside row 4, Matthew McDonald in that 25, Scott Bailey in the 8. Charles Sears in the 32, and Mike Marini in the 12. Round out your top 5 rows.
Then in 11th, we got the 21 of Adam Wilson. To his outside to be Jared Ireland in the 13 car starting in 12th. Then we have the 5 of John Williams starting in 13th. Kyle Noel will be driving the 15 car starting in 14th. Justin Belmonte will be starting 15th in the 60 car. Tyler Fitzsimmons in the 42 car will be starting 16th. William Kern in the 31 will be starting 17th. Lee Campbell in the 6 will be starting 18th. Kobe Luca will be starting 19th in the 62 car. Jeremy Crow will be starting 20th in the 64.
And then the last few rows for tonight, Tommy Janikowski, Mario Ercolani will be row 11. Row 12, Jason Butler, Anthony Schuer. Row 13, C.D. Mangrum and Ryan Gibson. And then starting shotgun on the field, Mike Nickens. Lots of guys that had some really bad luck last week, starting a lot closer to the front here. We're looking at that 42 car mainly. Had a great run going last week, but it ended early. Fitzsimmons, he had the paint. He had my choice for paint scheme of the day. Looks like he's also brought that Marty Robbins throwback here to Vegas. I'm expecting a lot better finish from him here this evening, Tracy. Tulsa, Oklahoma, being from Oklahoma myself, I have to cheer for Tyler in this one. I feel like he's going to have a lot more speed than what he showed last week at Daytona. He didn't get to showcase his skills, but he's got a lot of cars he's going to have to go through here early on to get through this one. And 133 laps tonight. Let's pull up that our race review here, Tracy, before they go green because lights are out. 133 laps, 202 miles. Stage break at lap 40, and then 42 laps after that. So it'll be like 40 and then lap 82. 4 sets of tires in the pits, 3 green, white checkers, and here is your opening race. Green flag in the zone, and they are off with the Gibson Soda Shop 200s. Green flag sponsored by GTR Motorsports, and we are rolling here in Vegas. Diving off into turn 1, Tomlinson got that lead early, 17 of Fontaine right there on the outside line. But the 3 right there of Thronberg looks like the bottom line seems to be dominant right now as everybody pushes up out to the inside wall, looking for positions, looking for somewhere to squeeze into place. And they are rolling on through, but look up here on the outside. I believe that's the 00 of Kalinian out there, moving up to 3rd as they cross the line. Don't want to explain. It is, yes, 00 of Kalinian, making that outside line work. So someone else kind of saw that happen, and they are following suit back. Ooh, green flag sponsored by GTR Motorsports. We missed what happened there. Tracy, that's most likely, based on when that yellow came out, going to be something coming out of turn 4 or in the tri-oval. Let's see if we can find that.
Yeah,
I'm showing the 5 car of Williams and the 6 of Campbell are our most likely casualties of that one if we can pull them up. All right, so there's our green flag, and it's going to be when we come back around. So we'll watch this lap here as they come on around and give you a little hyper speed here. We are on the 5 car right here. You can see him kind of drifting up. Everybody getting real bottlenecked right there. 3 wide through the tri-oval. There it is right there. Run it back just a hair, Tracy. That's what we were looking for right there. You can see right there the 5 comes down just a hair into the 60. Let's get it right. Oh, well, the 60 may have come up, actually. And that's going to put the 22 hard in the wall. The 60, the 5, the 22, they're 3 wide, almost 4 wide here with the 42. Get a great onboard view here from Williams. Definitely the 60 just came up. Belmonte absolutely squeezing John Williams into the 22. Big damage for the 6 as well. The 6 coming in. Looks like the 6 was checking up and got turned by the 93. Oof. Tommy Janikowski gets into the 6 car, the 10 and the 1 with damage. 6, Lee Campbell with big damage. Jason Butler down there gets some of it. The 22 got some as well. Lee Campbell got a big amount. The 5 of Williams got a big amount of damage there. And as everybody knows, there are no fast repairs in this league. This is one of many leagues we have been running here lately that do not run fast repairs, trying to get that realism factor into the sport of iRacing. And they're starting to feel the sting of real racing, Tracy, because as I've told many guys in my league, I've spent a lot more money on other people tearing up my stuff than I have paid for tearing up my stuff.
Yeah, Chris, I tell you, man, that's one of those things there that's kind of heartbreaking. It's a double-edged sword. Not having fast repairs kind of keep your, let's just say, your more aggressive drivers a little bit in check. However, you could, even though you're being a responsible driver yourself and trying to look out for everyone and trying to do the right thing, you can get caught up in someone else's stuff, and it just kind of takes you out for the rest of the night. And it's just a matter of luck.
Yep, absolutely. Especially when everyone in the field is as talented as these drivers here. We usually call the no fast repairs the squirrel eliminator. Here it's really just the luck of the draw, or as we like to say, the luck of the Irish here, as our buddy Ireland is up into 10th already in the 13 car. Lucky number 13, luck of the Irish, already up into the top 10 after that incident, and dodged another one, by the way. Let's point out, dodged another one. Oh, my God.
Something in that Boot Hill area there, the distillery.
There's definitely something there.
Yes, there might be some riding along, actually, a little sponsor accompaniment there.
For sure. Tomlinson and Fontaine still out front of this thing, and lights are out, so we're going to be going green again. As we see Kalinian right now, big mover up to P3 already. He'll be restarting P3 with Thronberg in 4th. Definitely our big mover so far as it comes to moving towards the front. We saw him jump that outside line and take off. I'm curious to see if any others are going to follow suit. McDonald, the 25, was working on it before the caution. But we are in the zone, and we are green again, sponsored by GTR Motorsports, and they are off. Tomlinson jumping out to a big lead again, taking control of both lines here. Off into turn 1 as Kalinian gets the jump on Fontaine and is making that car work on the bottom. Rocking and rolling out of Salisbury, North Carolina. Bottom's working, but the top has the momentum as Fontaine and Kalinian right there. They're probably going to butcher me for saying their names wrong, but they are putting on a heck of a show, so I don't really care what their names are right now because their names are just awesome at this point. They are moving around this racetrack. 1, 2, 3, 4. Jose Mercado looking for redemption from last week. Lap 7 here. He's already up into P4. As we see, they've both of those cars have pushed Thronberg back to the P5. Bailey in that 8 car, way from the back of the pack, up to 6th already. I believe he started close to the rear, if I'm not mistaken. I remember seeing an 8 car pretty far back. I may be way off. Who knows? I may just be talking out of my rear end. But you guys will never know it because I don't even know it. I don't care if you guys have fun. We're going to have fun in here either way. Oh, man. Ooh, too wide here. 62 of Luca and Thronberg. Man, Tracy, it really seems like that outside has got such good momentum right now. But my only question is, how bad is that wearing on the tires, I wonder?
And Chris, I really wish I knew that question, but I'm assuming that it's going to be more of a fuel mileage stint type thing of how far you can go. In other words, I think the tires will last longer than the fuel will, but obviously you're going to be dropping off a few tenths here or there, just depending on how hard you push it. Whatever you use up early in the race, you won't have for the end of the run.
I agree. It just seems like everyone's making up so much ground on that outside. There's so much speed out there. I mean, we've seen Thronberg fall all the way back to P7 right now, and they have all passed him on the outside. This restart, he was third, or fourth rather, and he's all the way back to seventh now. Now he moves up top to defend, and he's got a lot more speed there. You can see coming out of the corner as he's got the 32 of Sears right behind him, and he's able to pull him a little bit when Sears is actually gaining. He's actually caught back up to the 8 car of Bailey going into 1. So it seems like that outside line definitely has the speed. But again, my only question is it going to have the sustainability? And I'm sure we're going to figure that out here the next few laps. Really, probably 10 to 15 more laps as we get into this thing, because our first pit stops are most likely going to be around lap 40 during the break, and the 32 is in the wall. Sears, big shot there. That's probably going to be a little bit of wheel damage, because that was a hard hit into that outside wall. Still rolling along just fine, but kind of looking to see if anybody tries to make a move here. He seems to have recovered quite well. Still rolling on through as we have the 12 still looking inside the 32 underneath. He slams the door. He must not be hurt too bad, because he is now gaining back on Thronberg. Oh, he's making me nervous, that outside wall. Whew.
Yeah, he must have slapped the wall just perfect there so that it didn't upset the toe in the car or something, because he seems like to me he still has plenty of speed.
Yep, I agree entirely. As we're seeing Mercado kind of fall back now as Luca gets by, and now Bailey looking inside as well, and Thronberg looking inside. Mercado lost a lot of momentum coming out of 2. Not sure if he got loose there or got tight or just didn't like where he was on the track, but he definitely kind of lost 3 spots there all right in a row. But up there wall riding for the moment. And as we were saying earlier, that middle groove was faster, but that high line seems to be way too far.
Yeah, and that was one thing I was just getting ready to comment on there, Chris. It's nice to see one of these tracks here where you can kind of take multiple lines and be able to make speed on them. And even if the tire wear right now is pretty severe on the second and third groups going through the corners, can't help but wonder if enough guys are doing it to rubber it in and make it fast without being so detrimental to the tires.
Definitely. That's what I think they're working on, because that's what we saw, like we talked about. That middle groove is already the fastest groove, it seems. And it looks like the guys that are moving up against the wall are actually losing a little bit of time. But I've been watching closely these last 3 or 4 laps, and every lap they get a little bit faster on that extreme high line. So I believe it is starting to take a little bit of rubber, if not a lot, but maybe just a little already. Or they're just trying to figure it out for later if they do have to put it up there 3, 4. Oh, Thronberg into Luca. Ooh. What a save. Yellow flag. Uh-oh. Surely that wasn't for that incident there with the 62. No, it was not. We got more out back there. There are cars kind of scattered.
I am showing that it'll be the car of Lee Campbell into 6. But I'm not 100% sure, because I may have gotten an alert just because he was coming into pit.
I say he is. Yeah, he's on pit road. Let's see here, as we can kind of look, the fans can kind of look as well at the ticker going across the top of the screen. We can kind of see where everyone is currently as we're looking at the replay. I mean, this is your live timing and scoring goes across the top, so we can see who has a large gap with the timing and scoring up top.
And I'm just scrolling through names and cameras here, Chris, so if you see anything, let me know.
Yeah, for sure. Kind of watching the ticker, watching the cars, trying to find this one. We got one or two on pit road there. Based on where the cars were, I'm assuming the caution would be in turns 3 and 4. Wherever it may be, whatever lap it may be on. But I believe the caution flew as there were multiple cars on the apron coming out of 4. I believe the 6 car was one of them, if I'm not mistaken. Let's look at, if possible, let's look at the 60 of Belmonte. I mean, he may be pitting currently. Let's look at the 21 of Wilson and the 60 of Belmonte, possibly.
So here's Belmonte right here. And I may have gone back a little too far just trying to find something.
I think so. I think we're a little far.
I saw a
scuff
little
on the wall.
smoke.
Yeah, that was a little shot on the wall there. We'll keep rolling. Keep rolling. We're still green. Still green. So it'll be a green till we come back around. One down on the apron. So the caution is out now.
Yeah, the only thing I saw was the 6.
That's all I saw was the 6 car down on the apron. Did the 6 possibly spin? Because he was on pit road multiple laps ago.
It just looks like he was driving slowly, more or less. I just wonder if iRacing didn't throw out the caution.
Maybe so. That's the only thing that I can see there.
Yeah, might be time to go back live here.
Yes, sir. Well, can't catch them
tried.
all.
Yeah, we tried. We tried.
But I'm seeing multiple cars pitted. Not sure if it was for damage or otherwise, but Kalinian is your leader with Thronberg in second. So the 4 car is not in the top 20. He was our leader and is not in the top 20 for this restart.
Yeah, he's at the back of the line, Tomlinson, and he got an EOL, so I'm assuming speeding into pits, maybe, or
Possible, or
I'm not
entering
even sure
closed
if he pit.
pit, or
Yes, he did pit. Yeah, so it must have been something like that.
definitely
awful.
something on pit road.
Yeah, awful lot to keep up with here. We don't have
For
enough
sure.
cameramen. Here we go.
Well, we are green with GTR Motorsports green flag. Kalinian with a big jump. It seems like that front row inside line is the place to be for sure, as a 0-0 out to a big lead with Thronberg second. Fontaine and Sears back there. The first car is too wide, and behind them is what we would call a gaggle of cars. Thanks, Mike Joy. But we are rolling right along. Coming out of turn 4. I'm looking for a few to maybe scrape the wall here. Nope, everybody clean. Through 4, cleaning down there using that apron. Everybody knows it is allowed here at Vegas. And the 17 of Fontaine making a move on the 3 of Thronberg. Can he complete the pass with Thronberg being on the outside line in momentum? He is not clear. Going into 3, 2 wide again for second, for 4th, and for 6th. 2, 4, 6th is 3 wide for the battle for 6th. And they are still 3 wide for the battle for 6th. Mercado, Luca, and Kern. Kern finally decides better, says, let me get out of this mess that I'm stuck in the middle of, and lets those guys have it for now. Live to race another day, Kern. Live to race another day. But hopefully he didn't lift too much, because now he's got 2 more. Look like they're about to split him again. The 15 and the 1.
And Chris, how about the way this track is already starting to widen out with the grooves? I mean, it's getting pretty racy all over this thing.
Oh, it really is. I mean, we're seeing more 3 wide further back in the pack. I mean, I see 2 rows back there, 3 wide. And we have a battle for the lead as well as Fontaine taking over that top spot. Tomlinson, by the way, already up to 16th, making his move through the field already. But as it stands, Fontaine, the gentleman who was hunting down Tomlinson earlier, has gotten the lead now from Kalinian, and the 8 of Bailey is going to follow suit here, with possibly the 3 of Thronberg as well. 24 coming to 25 here, lap 25 right now, and Fontaine leads that one right there at the line. Fontaine, Bailey, Kalinian, Thronberg, Mercado, Lucas, Sears, Mangrum, Kern, McDonald are your top 10 as they run here on lap 25. That means 15 to go in the stage. They're getting kind of single filed out here. Everybody's still picking their lines where they want to go. Not a ton of action. Ironically, most of the action currently is further back in the packs. We see a little bit of 2 wide, some 3 wide back there, about 15th on back. Right there, about to be 3 wide between Luca, Sears, and Mangrum. Mangrum started 3rd from last in this race, and in 26 laps, he is up here fighting for 6th. Big push there from the 32 of Sears as they go off into 1. 25 of McDonald just kind of sitting back and watching this one play out. Oh, Sears hard into the wall again. That is his second time that we have seen him take a major shot into that outside wall. That is going to start taking a toll on that car eventually. So far, he's still rolling okay. Currently, he's sitting P10 right behind the 93 of Janikowski. Still rolling along well. But looky here. Oh, 62 of Luca hard in the wall. That's going to be a caution. It has to be. Colby Luca from Hartford, Vermont, hard into the wall. No yellow yet, but I don't know why there's not a yellow. Hopefully he can get it down to pit road here and they stay green.
Wow.
Okay,
yeah,
yes.
he is pretty much going to be, I think he's going to be done for tonight.
I believe.
But there's still green.
Ball.
There's the caution. Okay.
Wow. Now, the question is, was the caution for Luca, or did something else happen in turns 1 and 2? Or in 3 and 4 even? Now I'm curious to see if that was, in fact, the caution. I am showing the 21 of Wilson. 21 of Wilson here, Tracy. Let's see if we can get a camera on that. That's one of your favorite paint schemes. He went with the Bud this week rather than the Motorcraft. Let's see. He is up. There is smoke ahead of him. There it is, the 15. Let's run it back to the 15 there, Tracy, in turns 1 and 2. I knew we'd find it eventually.
Oh, wow.
It looks like oh, the 4. Our leader, the 4. The 4 starts it all in the front straightaway.
The 4 and the 93 going
our 3 wide with Sears. The 4 squeezed him. Mason Tomlinson squeezes down on the 93 of Janikowski, pushes him up the track, gets into the 15. Ireland gets into the back of the 4, sends the 15 into the wall, and the 21. Oh, Adam. Don't arc a brake. Come on, man. You're better than that.
Wow.
Oh, the 21 comes in, gets into the 15 there at the end. Hopefully not a ton of damage there for the 21, but he had a long time to get her woed up. Bummer. Okay, so we will give him the benefit of the doubt. Not entirely his fault. Little indecisiveness from both of them. That's just bad luck. That's all that is. That's 100% just bad luck. Man.
And look at the cars on pit road. These are guys that are trying to repair damage right now, if they can.
The 6 back in, he may be able to get caught back up here a little bit if this thing keeps going green, or keeps going caution rather, keeps going yellow. Third caution already, lap 30 of 133, and yeah, we're gonna be, when we go green here, we're gonna have less than 10 laps to go in the stage, Tracy. And that's the thing; these guys have already had 3 cautions. It ain't even started getting Western yet.
What is Western? Catch me up on that.
So when people say things are getting Western, you ever watched a rodeo?
Oh yeah.
It's a lot like a rodeo, Tracy. You just when things start getting Western, you don't really have any control anymore. You just hold on and hope you make it to the end.
I got you. Okay.
The things are starting to get Western. They're turning into outlaws. It's getting out of control. Things get Western when it comes down to crunch time.
Yeah, I have been to I guess it's a bull riding competition, not a full-blown rodeo. But yeah, we actually have those in North Carolina.
They're pretty big here in Oklahoma. I mean, rodeo's bigger than football here. I dare to say that rodeo is bigger than football in Oklahoma, and football's pretty big in Oklahoma. I mean, growing up in Texas and now living in Oklahoma, football's pretty big. But if I had to choose one thing that might be bigger in Oklahoma, it's probably rodeo. Bull riding, roping, bronc riding. It's pretty amazing around here. I got to be honest.
I got you, man. So,
but
if out there in Oklahoma, if you can ride it, they turn it into a sport.
Yeah, that's why we go to the club so much. We are getting ready to go green here. Sponsored by GTR Motorsports Green Flag. Fountain. Get my composure back here. I couldn't help it. Fountain jumped out to a big lead here. We got 9 to go to the end of the stage. Kalinian, Bailey, Kronberg, Mercado, they are 2 by 2 by 2 from third place on back. There ain't no room. Some of them are 3 by 3 back there. No wiggle room because they know they are coming down to the end of the stage. But Fountain and Kalinian are looking for those stage points as they are rolling right now. In the 8-car Bailey underneath Kalinian. Can he clear into 1? Not quite. Kalinian using that momentum on the outside. Bailey does get clear. Gets into the throttle really well. Coming off 4 wide back there.
Goodness.
Lord have mercy. See that right there, Tracy? That is what getting Western means. These boys are getting Western back here. It's some high energy mess back here is what this is. As we're on board here with William Kern, currently sitting in 9th place. So we'll be 1 in the wall again.
Sparks, smoke. Guys in each lane swerving back and forth. Wow, you can
Look
tell.
at Fitzsimmons here in the 42 trying to make a move. Wow, the 1's all over the 3. I was saying Fitzsimmons here trying to get into the top 10 to get those stage points, get in position for the stage points as the 1 being very, we'll call it offensively aggressive. Or, sorry, defensively aggressive. As he gets by Thronberg and is now looking at Jose Mercado. Thronberg and Belmonte right there, 2 by 2 with McDonald and Kern 2 by 2 behind them. They kind of fall in position though. Right there, 36. 1 in the wall on entry. The 25 McDonald, a little spark there. So I want to throw out a small nuance here, Tracy, that I just picked up on. It's race related, but not really. It's more Leadfoot TV related. And while we have a couple laps here before we get to the stage break, I want to give you props on something. There was an instance now we had a camera mounted on the wall, and we were looking, the cars like this, the cars were going by, and a car went by close to the camera, and the air from the car shook the camera. And there's little subtleties like that that bring realism to these broadcasts, to this sim racing, to these leagues, that a lot of people miss out on. Just small little nuances like that are make you so awesome at what you do. When the car is going by, blowing air off the camera and making the camera shake from the air, that is a very cool little detail.
Well, got to give it to all the drivers. Because they are getting close to that camera.
Did you get your, I have to ask, did you ever get your Tracy Groundhog Cam logo made up yet?
Not yet. Nope.
Okay. All right.
I worked this weekend on trying to create a new replay graphic, which you may have, I don't know if you noticed or not.
I did. It looked really good. And you know what else looks good right now? That 31 car of Kern that we're riding along with, as they are battling right now with the 42 of Fitzsimmons and the 3 of Fromberg. All 3 of those guys right now are fighting for 9th place. So 2 out of the 3 of them will get a stage point. The others will not. But don't look now. The 4 of Tomlinson is also in that mix. They are all over this racetrack, making money moves, as we say, as the 4 car moves into position right behind the 31 of Kern. And now looking inside of Kern, going to force him 3 wide if he can. He will not. Kern slams the door, leaving Tomlinson on the outside of that top 10. No stage points. That is the stage. Tomlinson left looking on the outside in 11th. Your top 10 for the stage. Fountaine with the stage win. Bailey second. Belmonte, Mercado, Kalinian, Mangrum, McDonald, Thronberg, Fitzsimmons, and Kern will receive stage points. Tomlinson, Gibson, and Marini on the outside looking in at the end of this stage. And we're rolling around. Let's get a few pit stops here. And let's try to talk to our stage winner here of Fountaine. Just let me see if we have him in a chat here somewhere.
Yes,
I do. I do have. Can you drag him down here
Sure.
for us, Tracy? We'll have a quick chat.
Okay, here we go.
Bryce, Chris Golden, Tracy Brown in the booth. You got us?
10-4, I got you.
Dude, stage win, bro. That was awesome, man. To kind of talk us through that first one. Tell us how it went for you.
Yeah, I mean, I had a good race last week at Daytona, and that last lap incident kind of hurt the point situation a little bit. So decided I'd be aggressive there with that pit stop. I was a little concerned after that second yellow came out that some other guys were going to come down and take tires. But clean air is king here. Luckily, we were able to stay out front and keep this Precision Toyota out there in the clean air and get a stage win.
So I noticed, I couldn't help but notice. Now, I'm not going to say it was handed to you by any means, but what were you thinking when you saw the 4 car dive off for pit road?
Well, Mason's my teammate, so we're talking, we're communicating, and we were both kind of up in the air. We knew it was going to be a fuel race at that point. We figured we would pretty much make it, so we just kind of wung it there, and it looks like tires ended up working out. So I'll take it.
Yes, that was going to be my next question, because I saw that you guys were both teammates in Hyperdrive there. I believe it's Hyperdrive you were both in. Yeah, Hyperdrive Esports. So I was going to ask if that was actually a strategy call by you, him, and William, or if he just kind of went solo on that, or what exactly was the plan for you guys leading up to that?
Well, so on that initial yellow, like I said, we knew we could make it on fuel. It was just a matter of if we wanted to take tires. I think he ended up getting some damage along the way in that last little hiccup there. So I think that's why he came down the second time around. So I know him and Will are back there. They got a little bit of dirty air to fight through, but they're talented guys, and I know they can do it. So hopefully I'll see him up here shortly.
Heck yeah. Oh, we're watching the race off pit road. Atta boy. Sorry, I get excited. I turn into a fan once in a while, and I forget I'm doing a broadcast. But, heck yeah, Bryce, we'll toss you back. Good luck for Stage 2. Congrats on the Stage 1 win, and hopefully we'll be talking to you again here soon.
Yeah, hopefully. That's the plan. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
How about that paint
Tracy.
scheme, Chris?
Dude, that's a good-looking car, man. Him and the of Kern. Kern is one of my favorites. My first race car I ever owned was actually electric purple, white, and black. So I'm kind of partial to the 31 of Kern as well. But both of those guys, if you look at Kern, Fountaine, and the only one that really doesn't match those guys is Mason Tomlinson, which still has a great paint scheme on that 4, but it's just not as flashy as these other 2 guys here. You can see there. Oh, you can. Okay, it's got another aspect you can't see. It looks almost carbon fiber, almost, Tracy.
I think it is black camo.
Ooh,
That's the reason why. Yeah,
oh, it
you
is.
Can't see it.
Yeah, that's why I can't see it. That's why the 93 got into him. He just couldn't see him.
Yeah, exactly. Running a camo scheme. Not a good idea on a fast racetrack. Probably
I will say this though.
Yeah, it's probably a little better in the daytime than it is in
As
night.
far as any teams out there with entire teams of cars, these three guys right here, they're pretty much our best dressed for tonight anyway. If nothing else. I mean, there's a lot of good-looking race cars out here. Obviously, the Marty Robbins with the 42 is my favorite. I'm a sucker for history. But as far as a cohesive team where the entire team has really flashy, really good-looking cars, I got to go with Hyperdrive Esports on this one.
Yeah, I think so too, Chris. That'd be my vote. That color on that 17 is a yellowish green and a little metallic with some reflection on it. That's a unique color. I got to give him kudos. Got a really good looking scheme.
Bump drafting the pace car here with the pace car lights off. Old Barney's going to tell him to back off there in a second. Pace car dives off, and we are getting ready to go green again here for stage 2. Yeah, they're in the zone, and he is off. GTR Motorsports green flag. Fontaine, big jump, caught everybody asleep on this one. And he pulls away quickly to almost half a second going into turn 1 over Bailey and Belmonte. They are rolling 1 and 2 already. Let's see how quick they get kind of single file here because we have a lot of laps to go. Rolling on through. What lap was stage 2, Tracy? Was that lap 82 for
yes.
stage number 2? Okay,
yes,
lap 82 already.
Yep.
We're on board here with Tomlinson rolling right in behind. Ooh, Bailey getting into Fontaine, kind of moving him up the racetrack here. Giving him a little bump. Bailey making a move, cannot get alongside. He's going to be forced to fall back in line or try to really shoot underneath here. Chooses to fall in line and go outside and then fall in line again on the bottom.
Yeah, that was awful close for the leaders to be mixing it up there. That was awful tight.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, he is diving it off in there. I'm willing to bet as soon as he gets this lead, he's going to have to back it off a little because that right front, I guarantee you, is screaming right now. But he just cannot get the run off of Fontaine. With Fontaine having the momentum up top, can he finally get clear? He does. He does get clear here, slows up Fontaine. Oh, easy, Bryce. Bryce gives him a little bump back. He didn't forget about that last bump he got going into 1 a couple laps ago to move him up the track. He's like, you know what? You want to move me up here? I'll just stay up here, and I'll pass you back on the outside.
Well, I think this is a battle. Just like Fontaine was saying, clean air is king. And I think this may be the chance for Bailey in the 8 car to get out front and really utilize that clean air. And so maybe he's gambling that it's worth the extra wear on the tires to get that lead.
I agree 100%. I mean, heck, we even saw Bryce get into the wall a little bit and coming out of turn 2 earlier, showing how important air is just by sheer force of air. Right there, he gets into the wall again, 2 laps in a row that the 8 car has forced him into the outside wall coming out of 2. Now, the question is...
Oh, the 8 got squirrely.
He really did. He's getting very, very aggressive here, extremely aggressive. I hate to be the instigator here, but when does Bryce get tired of this and just absolutely give it back to him? That's what I want to know, and to be honest with you, that's kind of what I want to see.
Well, that's true, yeah. That's what we came here for, to see how these things turn out.
For sure. Well, I'll tell you what, man. This right here is dadgum battle of the year, and it is for the lead. And they ain't giving up nothing. Kalinian just back here waiting for them to wreck each other, and he's going to take this thing.
Well, these guys out front are absolutely hauling the mail. I mean, they are not saving anything. Both of them, I think, are really, really competing for that clean air. And that just shows just how much that clean air does mean. The guy that comes out in front is definitely going to have an advantage on the rest of the field.
Man, Bailey being very, very aggressive here, doing anything he can. Oh, squeezes clean or Fontaine into the wall. Man, well, okay. I got to call it like I see it. I don't want to point anybody out here, but very, very aggressive moves there from Bailey. I mean, early on, moved Fontaine up the track, and then just I don't want to say he just drove him into the wall on purpose, because he looks like a pretty muscular guy. So I don't want to call him out too much. I mean, I'm a big old boy, and he looks like there's more of him than there is of me. But that seemed a little over aggressive there with so many laps to go.
I'm not sure if he wasn't trying to side draft him somewhat. I think he was starting to, fall back a little bit from Fontaine. And, maybe the loss of air made him push in to Fontaine. But the trouble is when Fontaine hits the wall, he had the pressure of two cars, shoving that right front into the wall. I was just a little bit concerned about wheel damage there.
So what I'm seeing here, I mean, we just saw Bailey get into the wall coming out of turn 4. I'm willing to bet, just like I talked about with his right front screaming all those laps, he's getting way, way tight now because that right front is smoked. That thing is hot. And when that thing gets hot, it loses grip, and his car is getting very, very tight right now. We saw that. That's probably why he squeezed Bryce into the wall and why he squeezed himself into the wall the very next lap, and why Kalinian is now about to make a move to the outside to go right on by him. That eight car right now is battling a losing battle with his right front after smoking it for all those laps.
And plus, he's in dirty air now, too.
Very true. Very, very true. They're about to be, if they're not careful, they're about to be 3 wide here. It seems like that high line is really coming in, and it's actually helping these guys save that right front a little bit on that high line, because that right front is carrying so much speed. The cars are turning so much better. Look at this through the corner. It's amazing. They're just feathering the throttle, rolling right on through, keeping that momentum up. And they have so much speed coming out. 60 down underneath Kalinian, trying to make a move here. Now we got Thronberg back into the mix, kind of sitting back watching this, as well as Tomlinson back into the top 6 here.
Yeah, I think Tomlinson's going to be one to watch here before this thing's all said and done. I mean, he got an EOL restarted, well, not this last green flag, but I mean, he had to restart the race all the way at the back.
Oh, he was deep in there, yeah, 100%. And, well, he was our pole sitter. So, being the pole sitter, he's got speed. Now, and he's also been able to maintain it. These guys, man. As we see, Bailey is now falling all the way back to 5th. Lost, lost 3 more spots. I'm calling it right now, Tracy. His right front is cooked after that battle up front, because he was on the bottom line, and he was driving in deeper than Bryce was on the top line. So that right front right now is cooked. Let's see how far he has that wheel cranked. Not super tight right there, but he also wasn't in the throttle very hard. So it's kind of a little bit of give and take. If you're going to get on the throttle harder, that car is going to start to push. So he's really having to not get on the throttle as hard on exit. It's really killing his exit right now. He may have some wheel damage as well too after he hit the wall and hit Bryce the lap before that. But he is battling something right now for sure, because he is falling like a rock.
Yeah, I'm looking at the 00 of Kalinian. He was one of the first ones to start moving up, and now each end of this track, of course, he'll make a liar out of me in a second, but he is really running on up at least 3rd, maybe 4th groove. And I'm assuming that's saving the tires, but I wonder, if there's enough cars going up there and put down enough rubber, to help him save his tires by running up high. I don't know. That's something I'm interested in watching as the race goes on, see how that works out.
Yeah, definitely, me too. Because normally when you run that high line, it usually burns off the right front. But here at Vegas, the track's a little more unique because the corners are so wide that running the high line actually kind of saves your right front a little, because of how aggressive the shorter amount of corner is on the bottom. It's a lot tighter corner on the bottom. So you actually burn off your right front running the bottom. So he may be, oh, Bailey dives on pit road here. I'm curious to see here, Tracy. Yeah, so I want to see if he takes tires here. I'm thinking he might and try to flip the stage, but I'm willing to bet he's doing this because his right front is cooked. Let's
and maybe
see if he does take tires.
Well, Chris, I wonder if he, took that into account with his strategy, figuring he could be super aggressive. Yeah, he definitely took on right sides and fuel, and there he goes.
Taking right sides only is going to loosen the car a lot as well, because you're going to have less grip on the lefts, more grip on the rights. So taking those, he definitely had no right sides left. Makes me wonder if he only took left sides earlier to gain all that track position. But that's one thing we won't know unless he finishes top 3, so we can ask him. But we are rolling right along. Bryce Fontaine still just leading this thing, just cruising right along, about a half-second lead. No pressure as the 1 dives on pit road, followed by the 93 as well. Mangrum and Janikowski on pit road here, also flipping the stage at the halfway, because we are a little less than 20 to go here in the stage. This stage moving by very quickly with no cautions here, Tracy.
It sure is.
We've already knocked out 20 laps here.
Yeah, and it's just a bit surprising to me, but I know, well, from what I understand, they can only go about 30 laps on fuel. So, we're looking at 42 laps in this stage. So I don't think anyone was able to truly make it, from stage to stage without stopping anyway. It's just too far of a stint to go without a lot of caution laps in there anyway. So I think that's kind of playing into guys' minds. Maybe they're trying to split this stage up, cut it in half maybe, and just that's the reason why I think the Ada Bailey may have been so aggressive, was because he knew he was going to pit a little bit shorter, get some tires, come back out here, and then pit again at the stage break. I would be highly surprised if he did not pit during the stage break.
Yep, I think so as well, because if you think about it, Tracy, something else that kind of occurred to me when I was listening to you there, these guys, if they've already pitted and the caution comes out, nobody can make it to the end of the stage. So all these guys that are still yet to pit are going to have to pit under caution, and all of the rest of these guys that already pitted are going to be handed the stage win. I mean, they're going to be handed all these positions for the end of the stage to get those so valuable stage points. So pitting early may be the move here. If there is a caution, this move's really going to pay off for those guys. Let's see, how can I word it? It's one of those very low risk, very high reward scenarios, because they don't lose a ton because everyone has to pit. So you might as well go ahead and pit early, get it out of the way, and then move on. Very low risk, very high reward, because so what? Everybody has to pit, so it stays green. Big whoop.
Yeah. And I wonder if that doesn't somewhat push the hand of Fontaine here. In other words, I don't know that he can go too many more laps without pitting himself.
That's what I'm wondering, is when do you kind of give up the ghost and just take your medicine, so to speak, and hit pit road here? If you're Fontaine or Belmonte, Kalinian, Thronberg, Tomlinson, any of those guys in the top 5, when do you just, like we said, take your medicine, give up the ghost, whatever analogy you want to use, and put them on in there? But still not yet, as we hit lap 70 here. That is 20, it's going to be, let's see, 26 laps since these cars were last on pit road. Still rolling right along. Surely they're not going to try. Surely they're not able to make the end of the stage, and right now they're just praying for a caution, because they know that if they have to pit now, all those cars that pitted early are going to be gaining on them by a lot. But if the caution does come out, then O'Toole will get the lucky dog, and everyone else will be trapped a lap down. So it's a very bold chance here.
That's the reason why I would need a crew chief if I were to race in this series. I mean, big time.
That's why I have one in real life. I don't get paid to make those decisions. I get paid to play with a steering wheel and pedals.
Exactly. Yeah, y'all work the calculators, man. Tell me what I need to do. Just tell me when I need to pit. Other than that, I'm just going all out.
Yeah, only information I need to know is inside, outside, who's on my lap. That's it.
Right. Yes.
Like you let me know who I can race and who I need to let go and where they are.
Exactly.
Oh, that's why I always say that Chad Knaus won all those championships. Jimmy Johnson's not a champion. Chad Knaus is.
I totally agree with you. I mean, his car was always fast, and something tells me that has an awful lot to do with the car chief.
Oh yeah, well,
the crew chief.
I mean, think this is kind of completely unrelated here, but look at Jeff Gordon's career. Everyone talked about how Jeff Gordon got old and fell off so fast and blah 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 blah. That doesn't happen overnight, but your crew chief Ray Evernham leaving to go start his own team does happen overnight. Whoa, big wreck here, the 41 and the 8.
With the 17 on pit road, how is this going to work out? Oh my goodness, look at that left rear tire of the 41 and Mercado.
Oh, Jose Mercado. I'm willing to bet one of those guys was coming to pit road right there. Let's run it back and have a look here, Tracy. Well, at least we know where to find this one.
I think so.
Oof. 41 gets loose. Oh, he just got loose in the 8. Golly.
I'm not sure if Mercado was trying. I think he was trying to pit and maybe got on the brakes and just lost it.
Tell you what, I want to see Bailey's onboard because that's going to be terrifying. No, it just came around on him there. Ooh. Onboard there for Mercado. Let's flip it and go with the onboard for Bailey as he's coming up on it because Bailey was a lap down. I mean, Mercado was on the lead lap. Bailey was a lap down. Mercado loose.
I think that just destroyed 2 cars.
Yeah. Poor Bailey, man. I hate the expression nowhere to go because he had somewhere to go, but in that moment, you're not always going to be able to read it right. So I'm not going to say he didn't have anywhere to go, but that is definitely some bad luck, and he caught him in a very bad spot. Let's watch this. This is going to be rough. He's still in the throttle, still in the throttle, still in the throttle. Then he lifts. Ooh.
Well, I'm going to back it up one more time. I want to take a look at Mercado. And let's just see.
See if he gets on the brakes here.
No, he just sent it. I could already hear the tires squealing a little bit.
I don't know if he did that every single lap, but if you look there, Tracy, he used the downshift as a brake. He never hit the brake. He just downshifted to slow the car. And when he did, it broke the tires loose.
Yeah, there he went with the shift.
And then he goes down to third. When he went to third was when the car came around. Can you go back to his cockpit one more time? Let's see. You'll see him go to fourth on entry, and then he shifts again and goes into third. And when he hits third, the car comes around. You watch his gauge there. He's in fourth already, third, and it goes around.
Huh.
So the question there is why downshift to third mid-corner? That downshift into third is definitely what sent the car around.
I'm not sure unless he was able to really get some momentum. But wow.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough one.
So there we
But
go.
look who's back front row. Four-car Tomlinson, our pole sitter, back up here front row. In front of his teammate Fontaine in the 17. Belmonte, our leader currently. P7. Oh, man. He's going to get some more stage points. The luck of the Irish, the 13 of Ireland, P7 currently. Lights are out. Everybody getting lined up here.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting situation here because they're only going to be racing for 4 laps, and then the stage is going to come out.
Yeah. Pace car is off, so we're about to see what's going to happen here. Long line of cars on that inside. And they are back green, sponsored by GTR Motorsports. The 60 and the 17 with a big jump there this time. 17 went with him. Big jump for Fontaine. He wants to sweep the stages here. 60 of Belmonte squeezed him a little bit on entry, but gave him room on exit. One down on the apron. 2x2 here for the front 4 positions. Fontaine with a big run through that center groove. Comes out ahead. We may have 3 teammates finish 1, 2, 3 here as the 4 and the 31 are sizing up Marini and Belmonte right now. Little loose, the 42 of Fitzsimmons making a move underneath the 4. May make a move underneath the 31 as well. Doing it for Marty Robbins here. Country Music Hall of Famer, by the way, for anyone who is not mine and Tracy's age. But definitely making a move there. 42 by the 4. 3 laps to go here in the stage.
Well, the thing about Marty Robbins was he was a country singer, but he did actually have a car and raced.
He did. He raced in NASCAR quite a bit. He actually he saved the life of I don't remember the driver, but he was actually wrecked in front of Marty Robbins, and Marty turned his car into the wall and crashed his own car to keep from hitting the guy who was stopped on the track, and he broke his nose. He hit his face in the steering wheel, and he had bandages on his face for quite a while from that. He broke multiple bones in his face, avoiding another racer and putting his own car in the wall to avoid. So there's multiple stories about that throughout the NASCAR garage about Marty Robbins, and he was Cletus before Cletus was even a twinkle in his dad's eye.
Yeah, I'd never heard that story before, Chris, so that's very interesting there, man. I did not know that. Oh, we got 4 coming up on 4 wide.
4 wide. Woohoo! Almost got to be 5. Come on. Do it. Make it go 5. You can do it. I believe in you.
Oh, boy. This is lap 82. They are fighting for some stage points.
Yep, they're coming to the end of the stage right here. This is it. That should be the stage. No yellow yet. Everybody slowing down.
Oh, boy, this could get interesting here.
Uh-oh.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, there it is.
That was getting dicey.
Whew. Never want confusion with race control.
No.
But our top 10 on the stage with the sweep tonight, the 17 of Bryce Fontaine. Second, his teammate, 31 of Kern. Fitzsimmons, old Marty Robbins himself in third. Belmonte 4th, Kalini in 5th, Tomlinson 6th, Thronberg 7th. The luck of the Irish, lucky number 13 here at Vegas. Ireland 8th, Marini 9th, and Mangrum P10. Those on the outside of the stage looking in. 11th, 12th, 13th, Ercolani, Janikowski, and Gibson. No stage points, but those top 10 get more stage points here. We talked to Bryce last time. Let's see here. Let's mix it up a little. Let's pull William Kern in here since he did finish second. I'll go ahead and pull him in. Second in the stage. And we will chat with Bryce's teammate here. Actually, Tracy, can you pull him in? I can't reach far enough.
There you go.
All right, William, Chris Golden, Tracy Brown up here in the Leadfoot TV booth. You got us, bud?
Yeah, I got you, man. What's up?
Hey, P2 in the stage, buddy. I mean, your teammate kind of sweeping them right now. He got the first one and the second. We already talked to him in the first one, so we want to talk to you in this one. What do you guys have kind of a strategy put together, or are you kind of doing your own thing right now?
Just kind of doing our own thing. I mean, we're in the chat room talking and everything. Everybody's on a different strategy. I had a bad qualifying run, got stuck back in traffic. Like just now, I decided to stay out. I gotta get some of this clean air, man. This thing's so aero tight. People out front got a good advantage. Anybody behind, it's super tight, man.
One thing about these cars, they're essentially like driving a brick, and clean air is king in these 1.5-mile tracks with this next gen car. So I gotta ask, are you at least having fun right now?
Oh, always, man. That's why we're all here doing this, right? Just to have fun.
Right. So I'm looking at your driver picture here on Discord. We don't have your driver picture up on the screen, but the fans aren't going to see this. But I have to tell you, you're probably my vote. Either you or one of the other racers here. Probably my vote for favorite beard.
Oh man, yeah. So my nickname's actually the Wizard because of that beard, man.
That is awesome. And Tracy and I were actually talking about your cars. We have also decided that the Hyperdrive Esports cars are the best dressed team out of all the teams that show up here. I mean, there's a couple guys that have really cool paint schemes just themselves, but as far as team cohesiveness, you guys seem to really bring it in the paint booth.
Yeah, most of our schemes are actually made by Bryce, man, our unofficial team leader, I guess. So he pops them together and we ride them. So I mean, we're supposed to, I think it's Dega we're sponsoring as a team, and we're all going to be kind of in a pretty decked out car. So.
Oh man, that is awesome. Well, lights are out on the pace car here, so guess you're getting ready to lead them back to green.
I'm ready to go.
I don't want to give anything away in case somebody's watching the broadcast, but do you have any plans that you can kind of tell us for this last little stint to the end here?
Survive?
Hey, that's always a good plan.
Yeah,
easier said than done.
There's a lot of hungry cars behind me, man, so just got to survive it.
For sure, brother. We are going to throw you back. Hopefully we get to talk to you at the end of this thing, and good luck to you, William.
Thanks, man. Have a good night.
You too. Oh, Tracy, what do you think we're going to see? You think we're going to see some more fireworks in this one? We got 48 to go. When we go back green, we got 47. What do you think?
You know, if those guys battle like that for stage points, can you imagine what it's going to be like on the white flag lap? Oh, well, boy.
I hate to be that guy, but I'm gonna play the I'm a race car driver and usually know what I'm talking about card. Who was my pre-race pick, Tracy, and where is he running right now?
I do believe that was the 42. I don't want to jinx him, man. I'm not going to jinx him.
We are back racing with the GTR Motorsports green flag.
Yeah,
Turn and Fountain, big jump. Teammate restart there, and they take off. We might have jinxed him, Tracy, because he's falling like a rock so far. Golly.
Well, Chris, here lately we have been on such a roll, man. I hate to even compliment anyone because it's like the kiss of death.
Almost a little kiss of death there for Thronberg as the 42 kind of gets into his right rear just a little. 42. As we know, the 42 did not pit. So he's on old tires, and it is showing right now for sure. And I think the only saving grace for Kern may be that his teammate Fountain is pushing him around this racetrack right now. And keeping Kalinian back there at bay. Because if you look, the 17 is staying right in front of that 00 every chance he gets. As we see the 42 getting back by the 13. So yeah, Fontaine
Yeah.
running. He's been running the bottom all night, and now he is parking that car right on the hood of the 00, trying to keep him off his teammate because he knows that the 31 has old tires right now. Did not pit, so he's letting him get out as far as he can to try to finish this thing 1-2, or at least give him a fighting chance. And he's kind of putting that dirty air all over the hood of Kalinian right now in more ways than one.
Let's take a look here and see if he's doing any mirror driving. Oh, yeah. He went all the way to the bottom that time.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
He is.
Yes.
He ain't even looking out the windshield anymore, Tracy. He is his entire view is set to rear view mirror right now. That is all he can see for sure. Oh yeah, he is 100% just doing all he can to keep that whole field off of his teammate right now. Lifting a little bit there to make sure he's keeping that dirty air on the hood of the 00.
And Kalinian now has the 60 of Belamonte closing in on him.
He really does. We see the 00 dive in low and then let it drift up high. Keeps it out of the wall, but he's going to have a little bit of momentum there. We see Tomlinson up to P7 already again. So they have more teammate help coming if Tomlinson can get to him. He is up to P7, about to be past Fitzsimmons for P6 right here. He will take over 6 right there from the 42. So they have more teammate help coming, and this teammate has fresh tires for sure as he is picking them off. Oh, one in the wall. Everybody seems to be okay. We still have 15 cars in the lead lap, so the next caution, O'Toole in the 16 car will be the lucky dog and be back on the lead lap. He's only one down here. Kalinian may have the outside. He does not. Belmonte making a move under Kalinian as well. So lots and lots of pressure all around this 17 car right now, and he cannot block anymore as Kalinian dives to the bottom. May not have to block though. Kern in the wall up there. But he is out to almost a 1 second lead over his teammate. His teammate's doing a great job holding this pack up right now. That is exactly what he is doing, is holding them at bay.
Well, I'm not sure if he can block 3 lanes at once, but he may get an opportunity here within the next turn or two.
He definitely might, because Thronberg, we've seen Thronberg be very aggressive here tonight, so Thronberg is not scared to push this thing 3 wide between Kalinian, Belmonte, and Thronberg. I don't think Fontaine can block all 3 lanes, but I can also guarantee you he's probably going to try anyway.
Yeah.
Because he has help coming with the 4 car back there. And as soon as that 4 car puts pressure on these other 3 of the 3 car, the 60, and the 00, Thronberg, Belmonte, and Kalinian got the bottom lane. He has the preferred line here. Still cannot clear the 17. They have gained on Michael Kern just a little, about a 10th here since the last time we mentioned it. But Bryce Fontaine doing amazing at playing defense right now. Very aggressively defensive. Keeping all 3 of these cars at bay. They just cannot get by him right now. Reminds me of Ricky Bobby and John Girard. He's just looking around. How many of him are there? He's everywhere.
Well, one thing he is doing is he's making Kalinian, Belamonte, and Thronberg more or less fight amongst themselves to be the one to challenge him for the 2nd position. As we see a swap now to 60, Belamonte has got in front of Kalinian. And 60 is like, yeah, I think 60 is going to be like, let me show you how to do this.
Yeah, and he's still trying. They cannot complete the pass on the 17. He may clear him here, maybe. He is clear. The 60 gets by, gets clear. Let's see if and how quickly they gain on Kern here. Now that Belmonte is out ahead of Fontaine, we will see if he was actually holding them up or not. I would say so, as he's already gained a 10th on Kern just in that one lap. And has gained 2 tenths going into turn 1.
Well, you got to hand it to Fontaine. He did everything he could to help his teammate out. But
oh yeah, I mean, heck, he held those guys off for 14 laps there by himself.
oh, and look what it may have cost him.
A right rear.
Yeah. As we see, the 3 of Thronberg is like, I'm not having that blocking stuff.
Yeah. Well, we saw Fontaine. 1 versus 3. He just out there just being circled by these Cobras right now. I don't even know if I'd take a rabid mongoose in that 3 versus 1. But they definitely got by him.
Yeah, and now I'm wondering, does Fontaine have anything left, really? Now he's back in the dirty air. He's got 3 cars in front of him. Will he have enough to work his way back to the front and perhaps take the lead again? I'm not sure that he will. But he does have his teammate right behind him in the 4.
He definitely does. And Kern actually pulled away from Belmonte by a 10th that last lap. So Kern may not be as beat up as we thought. Either that or Belmonte really used up his tires trying to get by Fontaine. But we are coming to 30 to go here. We should start seeing pit stops here pretty soon.
Well, let's see. Yeah. So we'll be seeing Kern coming to the pits.
As we see Bailey coming out of the pits there. 14 laps down for Bailey after that big incident with Jose Mercado. Kern still maintaining that gap back to Belmonte here. Has not gained, actually gained about a 10th on second place his last few laps. So Belmonte is either trying to save a little extra or just cannot get to him right now.
Or maybe he's run out of whatever it is he needs, like right front tire. He's done all he can on this set.
That is very possible, because as well as I do, when the car starts getting tight, as a driver, you don't think to yourself, oh, I better let up. Everything in your head is screaming, drive it in harder to get it to turn. And every time you do that, it just cooks it a little more, a little more, a little more. He might have burned off that right front back there behind Fontaine earlier, because, yeah, Kern is pulling away now out to 0.6 of a second. So he may absolutely have burned up that right front.
That is very surprising. Very, very surprising to me. But I would expect Kern to perhaps come in this lap or no longer than one more lap, I wouldn't think. Because right now, he's got 31 laps since his last pit stop. Now, granted, they did have a couple of laps under caution.
Yeah,
but he's not going to be able to. He's not going to be able to extend it, but so far, I wouldn't think.
Yeah, I think we're going to see him within the next 3 laps for sure. We're seeing a few guys pit already. Not many though. Not as many as I would think we would see at this point in the race have pitted. I would expect to see far, far more on pit road than what have been on pit road already. But for sure, surely they can't hold out much longer. We have 26 to go here, so they're going to try to stretch it as far as they can to make sure their tires are as fresh as possible at the end, I would assume. But surely they can't go much further, as we are the GTR Motorsports 25 to go time to dig, which ironically is going to fall in this race right in the middle of pit cycles, I think. So time to dig, yes. Time to strategize, big yes.
Yes, I think it's time for your crew chief to do some serious crew chiefing.
Hey, there they go. First, second, dive on pit road with the two of the Hyperdrive Esports cars on pit road, the 4 and the 31. Also, the Belmonte beating the 31 onto pit road. Fontaine stays out to retake the lead. I would assume he'd be coming in next lap. As we see these cars on pit road now. All of which taking tires. So what I want to see, Tracy, I want to see somebody, for lack of a better term, be ballsy here and go fuel only and take this lead. That's what I want to see. I want them to get out to a big lead and hold them off. That's what I want to see. I don't know if anybody will do it, but it would be great to watch.
That would be ballsy. That'd be very ballsy. So Fontaine last pitted on lap 85, about 26 laps ago. And
the three's around. Frohnberg's around.
Ooh.
Trying to get to pit road. Bends it.
Still green. I don't think the caution's going to come out.
I don't either. Oh, surely don't pull on the track and bring it out. Come on, man. You're better than that. Get rolling. There you go. Frohnberg gets it rolling again. Hopefully no caution will fly here. Tough luck there for Blake Thronberg out of Graham, North Carolina. The Control Alt Defeat Motorsports. Definitely kicking himself for that one. Looked like he spun trying to get to pit road, Tracy. That's going to be a kick in the shorts for sure. But had the caution come out there, we would have only had 5 cars on the lead lap.
Yeah. Wow.
May have a penalty there for speeding on entry. I hope not, but he was cooking when he came in there. But look who has inherited the lead. Mr. Ireland. Jared Ireland from Eudora, Kansas. Blue Collar Racing. Out here leading this thing. Running 30.44 laps. 20 to go. When did Jared last pit, Tracy?
On lap 85, which was 30 laps ago.
30 laps ago. So he's going to have the freshest tires at the end of this pit cycle. But the question is, how much time is he losing running these 30.6 second laps compared to everyone else that just took tires? I tell you right now, though, if a caution comes out, Mr. Ireland's going to win this race because he will be the only car on the lead lap if the caution comes out right now.
We're fixing luck, yeah, I think so. We're getting ready to test it. We're getting ready to test it right now.
With his luck, we're going to have a caution in the next 3 laps. And he's going to win this thing. I'm going to call it right now. I'm going to be way off of this one. If there is a caution and he ends up winning this thing, I'm going to go buy a lottery ticket tomorrow.
Yeah, and get him to pick the numbers. Oh, there he goes.
There he goes. Couldn't wait any longer. On pit road, 18 to go. Maybe a splash and go here, though, Tracy. If he may be the one that's ballsy to go splash and go and get back off of pit road and take off on these guys because he was running P6.
Well, let's check him out.
Keep tabs on Bryce Fontaine. See where he's at on the track. Oh, he's taking tires. Okay,
yeah.
So Jared's taking right sides. Coming out of 4 for Fontaine. Bryce will go a lap down. Oh, just waited too long there, Tracy. Waited too long, and it's going to cost him a lap. Or maybe not a lap, sorry, but definitely positions. He won't be a lap down, but he's definitely not going to be in P7 where he was before the pit cycles because these guys, He was running 30.6, and Bryce Fontaine this lap right here comes across at a 29.9. So yeah, Ireland was losing 0.7 of a second per lap every lap that he stayed out. So definitely a big kick in the shorts there as we see Sears kind of fall in line. But Ireland didn't lose as much as we thought because he's sitting P5 right now. Got some laps led and still sitting top 5, 2.5 seconds back. If there's a caution now, he's right back in this thing. But guess what? So is everybody else.
Yeah, that's interesting there, the way all that worked out. So the next closest competitor is Wilson, who's going to be about 4.5 seconds behind him. But Ireland is now.
He's making a move on Tomlinson.
Yes.
He's got fresh tires, Tracy. Fresh tires.
Yes.
His tires are 15 laps fresher than anybody else's, and he's right here about to pounce all over these guys as he puts the other Hyperdrive Esports car in his rear view. Moving on to P4 now, Mr. Ireland, and got his sights set on Belmonte. Thronberg, a lap down car in front of him right now. Between him and the 60 of Belmonte.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be a battle to kind of watch here as we're closing in towards the end of this race. To see, I mean, how much those tires matter as compared to dirty air. Oh, it looks like he's going to do a 2-for-1 right now as he goes down low. Gets around the 3.
Yep, he got very impatient there with the 3 of Thronberg blocking that inside line. Being a lap car, got very, very impatient. So he goes ahead and takes the lap car down and takes the position from Belmonte as well. And he has Kern in his sights. And he is extensively faster than our leader right now, Fontaine as well. 12 to go at the line. Question is, can Kern do for his teammate what was done for him earlier and hold these guys off? Because Ireland's coming, buddy. He is right there. And he's going to be making a move on Kern either this corner or in turns 1 and 2 because he has the momentum right now. 1.5 back of Fontaine, but slowly gaining. Kern now, you can see Kern trying to slow the pace of Fontaine. Or sorry, trying to slow the pace of Ireland. Ireland way up top. Going to try to use that momentum down the back straightaway. A little too high. Into the wall just a hair. Going to go high again here in 3 and 4. As they're battling, they are gaining on the leader of Bryce Fontaine, who is in lap traffic currently. Kern doing all he can to keep Ireland behind him. In to go, Tracy. They're still gaining on the leader, Bryce Fontaine. Ever so slightly gaining. He is in a little more clean air now. He's out of the way of that lap car, but he has another one up there ahead of him. Can Kern keep holding off Ireland? Ireland's going to have to change his line here to get around Kern, especially with that lap car being in the way. Crossover right here would be the move. There he goes to the inside. He's got position on the 31. He will get him through the corner. Can he clear the 31? 31 pinning him down hard on the bottom. They are door to door. Whoo, almost into the wall there for the 31. Kern pushes Ireland, and Ireland pushes right back into Kern on that outside as they are now within a second of our leader. I'll tell you right now, if Ireland gets clear of Kern, Fontaine is going to be in trouble. Ireland is clear.
Is this what you call getting Western?
This is getting Western.
I got you. I got you.
Yeah. That is,
Okay.
yeah, buddy.
Boy, I tell you what, the tolerances there shrunk down. They were going door to door. I just didn't know if they were going to be able to settle it without causing a caution, man. I didn't know what was going to happen there. That really got interesting.
Ireland is down to 7/10. He gained 3/10 that last lap. down into the 6/10 now. As we're coming to 6 to go, 7/10 behind the leader for Ireland and slowly gaining. He makes up all his time in 1 and 2. We'll see here in 1 and 2, these are his best corners. Down into the half-second range now for Ireland. Back behind Fontaine. 6 to go, coming to 5 to go. Ireland, half a second behind Fontaine, gaining about 1/10 a lap. Down into the 4s now. Gaining. Those 15-lap newer tires playing a major factor here for Ireland. Tell you what, even if he doesn't pull this off tonight, he better buy his crew chief a steak dinner, because that was 100% the right call. And now it is in Ireland's hands, and he is doing everything with it. He has cut that down to 3/10 now as we are at 5 to go. This is almost as exciting as the actual Cup Series race at Watkins Glen. Just yesterday, watching Shane Van Gisbergen at Watkins Glen. Oh, as Ireland's hard into the wall. Shane Van Gisbergen go from 29 seconds down in 19 laps to winning the race by 7 seconds. This is into the wall hard, doesn't lose any time, actually gains a half of a tenth. 3/10 behind our leader now with 4 to go. Don't know if he got any damage or not. This has been his worst corner of the night. Ooh, a little brush there, but no effort. 4/10 now for Ireland. He might have outdrove his tires here, Tracy. Back down into 3/10. Turns 1 and 2 have been his best corner tonight.
Well,
Can
Chris,
he get close?
I was
Go
going
ahead.
to say, he might have outdrove his tires, but, you know, at this point in time, man, you just got to lay it out there and just see what it'll do, because you got ground to make up. Just have a chance.
2/10. He's down to 2. He's inside of 2/10. He is on him. He is on the leader as we come to 2 to go. He's going to set him up here in 1 and 2. He's going to wait for the white flag to make the move. I'm willing to bet if he doesn't get too antsy, 0.13 back here. 3 and 4. He's got to get through 3 and 4. Ireland riding right now. No pressure out back. 1.5 seconds back to Kern. No pressure out there. Had the lift coming out of 4. He's going to have to get him in 1 and 2 here, or this may be over for Ireland. Back to a 3/10 lead. 3/10 of a second. 1 to go. Sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Sears in the wall. Ireland is going to have one last shot at him as they come into turn 3. He's trying to pull a draft on the back straightaway. 2/10 back. Trying the high line. 1.9, 2/10, 2.3, 2.5. Fontaine has him clear by 3. Fontaine is going to win it.
Wow.
Your winner, the 17 of Fontaine. Ireland, P2, Kern, P3, Belmonte 4th, Tomlinson 5th, Mangrum 6th, Kalinian 7th, Wilson 8th, Gibson 9th, Fitzsimmons rounding out your top 10. Man, Tracy, what a show.
Chris, this makes 2 races in a row with this particular lead right here that I have found myself behind the controls watching the race as much, if not more, than I'm able to operate and produce, because it is just that interesting. And I know that's not my job, but man, I'm a race fan at heart. I can't help myself, you know. I got to watch these races, man. It's just like you were saying, it's just as exciting as the race was yesterday.
Man, Hyperdrive Esports pulling off 2 out of the top 3 here. Bryce Fontaine with a win, Michael Kern with 3rd. We got to talk to both of them. What a huge, huge day for all 3 of those guys. I mean, the 4 car today, Tomlinson takes the pole, leads the first half of the stage at least. Fontaine takes over, wins stage 1, wins stage 2, gets the most laps led. Kern jumps up there, leads multiple laps as well. And they all got stage points in every single stage. An absolutely dominating performance by these 3 race cars tonight with Hyperdrive Esports.
Yeah, and I figure we'll go ahead and go through the finishing order here. You saw it live right here. The 17 car Bryce Fontaine ends up taking the checkered flag, bringing it home in first. In second position, the 13 of Jared Ireland. And in third,
Oh, waiting room.
Fontaine's. Sorry about that. I didn't know what had happened there for a moment. I didn't know if I had some shortwave action going on here or what. But anyway, yeah. So in third, the 31 of William Kern. In fourth, we got the 60 of Belmonte. In fifth, we got the 4 of Mason Tomlinson. In sixth, we got the 1 of C.D. Mangrum. What a cool name, man. You got to dig that name. That sounds like a racer name there, man. And the seventh position, we got the 00 of Jordan Kalinian. Eighth, we got the 21 of Adam Wilson. Great finish, by the way. I think he had a little incident early on. Wasn't necessarily all his fault. From what I remember anyway. But a great finish. Come back, finish in eighth. Then we got in ninth. Got 23 of Ryan Gibson. 10th, we got the 42 of Tyler Fitzsimmons.
And then outside the top 10, Mario Ercolani coming in 11th. Tommy Janikowski in that 93, carrying our race sponsor tonight, finishing P12. Mike Marini 13, Matthew McDonald 14, and that will round out your lead lap cars. Now 1 lap down, Blake Thronberg after that spin trying to get on pit road, as well as Ryan O'Toole. 4 laps down, Charlie Sears. We saw him there at the engine of the wall. Mike Nickens, Jason Butler, Scott Bailey will round out your top 20. Going on down the list here, Kyle Newell, Jose Mercado. We saw that big incident early on. Lee Campbell as well. Colby Luca, Jeremy Crow, Anthony Shore, and John Williams round out your field for tonight. Oh, man. Tracy, I can't wait to talk to these guys. But before we do, let's take a short break here, pay a couple bills, and you guys stay with us because we will have your top 3 when we come back right here on Leadfoot TV. Well, welcome back to Leadfoot TV for our post-race show, I guess you could call it here. And we have caught up with our third place finisher, William Kern out of Dansville, New York, in the 31 Hyperdrive Esports machine. Good looking race car. We got to talk to him there at the end of stage 2 as he finished second to his teammate in stage 2. Third here tonight. William, kind of run us through this whole race. We got to talk to you a little bit earlier, but let's kind of focus on that last stage there, how that played out for you.
Before I pit, if it was working out great, had that clean air, nobody could catch me. I had somebody coming up to me there for a little bit, but I think their tires fell off more than mine did. Like I said, man, these cars are super tight if you're behind anybody, and I took a gamble, stayed out during that last caution. Like I said, it worked out, led me some laps. My teammate decided to take 2 on me. And I took 4. I probably should have taken 2. Like I said, we were all on different strategies. His just happened to work out better. That clean air, man, it's unbeatable.
Absolutely. We were talking in the booth all night about pit strategy and how huge a factor pit strategy was going to be here tonight. And you just kind of reiterated that. I mean, you're talking about, you would always think normally in iRacing 4 are always better than 2, but in this case, clean air was king, and those two tires got your teammate the win there, relegating you to third. But still, man, top 3 here, nothing to shake a stick at with these guys.
Nah, after Daytona last week, I'll take third. I got to catch up in points here. Where I'm sitting at in points after Daytona is not where I should be. So after tonight, like I said, I gained a little bit. I don't think I gained much on stage points, unfortunately, but third place will get me up there some, and I'll have to keep working on it. See how much farther up I can get.
For sure. Definitely a great rebound night for you. Glad to get to talk to you twice in one night, that's for sure. And hopefully if we come in and do more broadcasts for you guys, we'll get to talk to you again.
Yeah, sounds good, man. Appreciate you guys up in the booth. As always, love the wife, love the kids. Appreciate everybody who puts on the league, especially Mr. Jose. Yeah, appreciate it. And look forward to next week. I'm not even sure where we're at next week, to be honest with you.
Honestly, me either. But Tracy, I do have to say, I like this guy. I don't even have to ask him for his sponsors. He's got them locked and loaded, man. I like this guy.
I've been up in the booth a few times, man. So hopefully you see me quite a few more. Like I said, Daytona was just bad luck for me. I'm great at super speedways. I'm always there at the end, but I don't know, man. It's a love-hate relationship. So hopefully you'll see me up here more.
Yeah, I sure hope so, buddy. Even if we're not broadcasting, I'm probably going to be watching quite a few of these because, dude, these 2 races, you guys have put on a heck of a show, and it has been a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, like I said, man, I appreciate you guys up here, and hopefully you guys stick around.
For sure. William Kern, your third place finisher tonight. Tracy, rumor has it you've caught up with the luck of the Irish himself. Lucky number 13, Jared Ireland in second.
Yes, I have, and just wanted to mention too, we'll be headed to Richmond next week, so that'll be interesting there to see how these guys are able, or what they're able to do here on the short tracks. And hopefully you don't hear my 4-legged burglar alarm going off in the background, but I've got an interview to do. I need to talk to the man with the luck of the Irish, Jared Ireland out of Eudora, Kansas, with Blue Collar Racing. Jared, how are you doing tonight, sir? You got to be really pleased with well, I assume you're really pleased with a third place finish, but you tell me, how do you feel after the race is all said and done now?
Well, after that first stage, yeah. I mean, I thought I put down a solid qualifying lap and was only good enough for 12th. I must have just underdriven the car, and then the dirty air was just unbelievable. And I when it was light, I just didn't have an answer for anything, and I got some front nose damage early in stage 1, and took a gamble at the end of the stage, lost a set of tires, and then stage 2, I kind of found something and going into 1, and from there just kind of started working my way up and to get second. I mean, that's a cherry on top for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I may have misspoken there and said you finished third. I do apologize for that. I want to give you full credit, man. Full credit. Well, Tell me a little bit about your pit strategy. Is that something that you had worked on with the calculator before the race, or is that just kind of the way the cards landed or laid out on the table as the race went along? I mean, how much thought did you give to your pit strategy before this race?
Yeah, I started doing some games with these guys a couple years ago and started winning these mile and a halves, and I think they're starting to catch on to what I've been doing. And it worked again tonight. I mean, it's no stranger. I don't love taking four tires at the end of the race. I don't the left sides don't wear, and if you can get off kilter, you can be faster. And so I've done that for years. I won Texas that way. I've won Kansas twice that way. Almost got it tonight that way. And so it's been something I've done for years, and just works out with my kind of pace, how I like to pace the car, and how I like to pace myself. It's always worked really well because I always save the right front really well. So at the end of a run, when they all pit, I can usually let it loose for a couple laps and some clean air, and then come out all right.
Well, I tell you, Jared, it was really surprising, and it was pretty intense up here in the booth too to kind of see all that strategy work out. Because I really did think that you were going to have a well. Of course, you did have a nice close battle for the lead. I mean, I just sat back and more or less just watched the last few laps of this thing because I was sitting here working on my fingernails, watching this race, trying to see how it was going to go. But I just wanted to commend you on it. Like I said, man, that was just very surprising for me. And anyway, great, one heck of a run. But is there anything that maybe you would have done any different during that race to kind of get that one last final position you needed for the victory?
Yeah, I mean, I messed around with Kern too long. He did a really good job. I think I spent like 6 laps behind him. I just couldn't really find the right line, and then I found it. And once I found it, I got right by him. I just couldn't really find the line to get by him. So if I could have found that line, a lap or two earlier, maybe that could have changed things. But Bryce was fast. I mean, he was fast all race, and clean air is really good. So I don't think I would have done anything differently necessarily. Maybe just tried to find a way around William a little quicker. But I mean, he did his job. That's what he's supposed to do. So
Right. Well,
yeah, I mean, there's nothing I would have taken back, I think.
well, did you in? I mean, did you get what would you call it, extreme tire wear or anything? Trying to all these
Yeah,
different lines to get
maybe.
around Kern.
Yeah, maybe. I was actually, if there was one thing, maybe even one lap later. I mean, but that'd have been another 7/10. I don't know. Maybe one lap later, pit for two. Um, but yeah, it definitely. By the time I got to Bryce, I could tell that the right front was hot, and so I definitely could tell that I didn't have a whole lot left when I got there, and that's okay. I mean, I was thrilled to get second. So the first just would have been the cherry on top. So I was pretty happy where I was, but those guys drove a great race, man. I mean, you can't expect anything more out of them. They're always going to be good.
Well, it was very exciting. I want to congratulate you again on your second place finish. And before you go have a nice, tasty beverage with your crew chief for what a wonderful job he did tonight from Boot Hill Distillery, if you would, just go ahead and thank your sponsors for tonight. Everybody that you kind of, I guess
Yeah, man.
helped you get here.
Yingling and Boot Hill and all the family, wife and 2 kids. My son had his first t-ball game tonight, so we got to do that before the race. So I mean, just all my family, man. Just letting me get to do this. It's fun, and we'll
All right.
we'll look forward to Richmond.
There we go, man. How good are you on short tracks?
Ah, yeah. I mean, I think in the old car I was better, but on this car I haven't figured it out.
I
I
got
just
you.
haven't quite figured it out on the short tracks yet. I mean, I'll probably be, if I were to bet at Richmond, if I could finish sixth, that's a good day. We'll see.
Okay. Well, you certainly have these mile and a halves figured out and the speedways as well. So, or the super speedways. But again, congratulations on your second place finish tonight.
All right, thank you,
Chris,
baby. Have a
all
good
right,
one.
man. You too. Chris, I think you're standing by with our winner tonight. Got a copy.
I do. I managed to make my way down here to Victory Lane with Bryce Fontaine. Hey, look what I did there. I don't know if I still don't know if I'm pronouncing your last name right. Bryce, pronounce your
That's
last
it.
name for me. Was it Fountain?
Yes, sir. That is it.
So Fancy Fountain. Got it. All right. So Cape Coral, Florida, Hyperdrive Esports. Before I get into your performance, which was stellar tonight, I really want to talk about your entire team because, I mean, all three of you guys, first, third, and I believe seventh in the finishing order after winning the pole as well. Man, it really does not get much more dominant. I mean, yeah, first, third, and fifth. Not first, third, and seventh. First, third, and fifth. 1, 3, 5. What a dominating performance for all three of you guys to take up 3 of the top 5 spots. Dude, how did you guys do it?
I mean, we're just a good group of guys that enjoy each other's company at the end of the day. Me and Kern did a little bit of testing yesterday, which I'm sure probably helped a little bit. I mean, the session ended up being completely different than what we ran tonight, but just kind of getting refamiliar with the track and just on track experience as well. I mean, this car has gone through so many changes in the past year. I mean, past couple months even, and just racing officials and other leagues, you kind of learn what to do, with the car and where to put it. And yeah, it ended up working out for us. Mason put down a good lap. I know that the qualifying session was a little bit cold compared to kind of the beginning of the practice session. So I think a lot of guys didn't really account for that. And luckily me and Mason were able to put it up on the front row. And I know Kern had to battle his way back through the field, but he's always, if nothing else, he's consistent. He may not always be the fastest guy on track, but he likes to try to find a way. So, they were able to, whether it was pitch strategy or what, they had a good run. I know Mason had some adversity, got caught up in some incidents. So I'm not sure what the severity of them were, but again, yeah, a first, a third, and a fifth. I mean, you can't really ask for much better, I guess, apart from a 1, 2, 3, but that's a little bit too greedy. So yeah, good team day for sure.
Absolutely great points day for all three of you guys. Now, that being said, let's kind of transition here. So with this transition, let's talk about your dominance sweeping the race. I mean, stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, and the win. I mean, stage 3 is the win, obviously. Dude, you must like this place.
Yeah, I mean, it's a track that I've had some success, if you will, at. I mean, it's wasn't one, honestly, that I would consider in my top 5, but it was definitely fun tonight. I just think there was a lot of variables. We had a little bit of good fortune come our way. That first stage made a little bit of a strategy there, taking 2. That wasn't the plan, but with how that caution fell in stage 1, we were on the fuel number, and I figured I'd be aggressive, and luckily was able to make it work. Scott, Jordan, Jared, and Will, even at times, they all put pressure on me, Belmonte as well, throughout the whole race, but just was really fighting hard for that clean air. And like I said, we were able to capitalize on it there in stage 1 with that caution, and then same thing in stage 2, being on pit road when the caution fell. That changed my strategy up as well. I only took 4 tires one time tonight, and it was at the end of the first stage. So 2 tires and just the advantage that you could get with that was so important. And yeah, I mean, clean air kind of trumps everything. Luckily, I had good pace, but just being out there in the clean air and fighting for it really helped. And yeah, that's what was ultimately able to walk me away with the sweep, man. It was a fun race. Like I said, Scott raced really hard. Jordan, I mean, that's some of the closest racing I think I've had in a long time. And, luckily we've all been lucky enough to race with each other for, a couple of years now. And just that level of racing is insane. And it was an absolute blast. And I'm glad that I got to be the one to come out on top of it. It's definitely a good feeling and a good confidence boost after what happened last week. So feeling pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely. I can only imagine. So, coming off of such a dominant performance tonight, which the 13 was coming there at the end, but that's neither here nor there because he didn't quite make it. What are you looking forward to for Richmond?
Same thing. Clean air is going to be just as important there. I guess it's not as bad just with the lower speeds and the newer package, but that's another kind of obstacle to hurdle through as well with the 750 horsepower package and the lower downforce. That's going to be something new maybe for some of these guys. So I'm looking forward to it. Unfortunately, the only way to go from here is down. But I feel pretty good at Richmond, but again, the amount of talent that we have, the guys that we have in here, it's, even if it was my most confident track, it's never a guarantee here. So just keep it clean. I think I kind of heard Jared say, like a top 5, top 6, I would be happy with that as well. We just have to avoid the carnage, be there at the end and give ourselves a chance. That's really all you can hope for at a short track like that.
100%. Could not have said it better. So we're here in Victory Lane. I'm going to let you get back to partying, but first, go ahead and run down your list of the people who got you here and who you're grateful for.
Yeah, absolutely. First and foremost, got to give a huge shout out to Precision Speed Solutions for, sponsoring me and allowing me to be on the team. We got some good open setups that are ready to rip this week, so go ahead and check those out. Of course, Pay RVA, JZM Custom Tile Works, and then as well as NJB Designs for the awesome paint out there tonight. Huge shout out to all the admins as well that do everything behind the scenes. I know it's hard wrangling up 26 to 30 guys every week and, mixing personalities and, tempers flaring. It's a lot. So there's a lot that goes into this league. So I just appreciate all the admins and all the drivers for showing up and making it fun every week. Of course, a huge shout out to you guys up in the booth for all that you guys do behind the scenes as well, keeping up with scoring timings and strategies and all the on-track chaos that you see. I know that's also a lot. So appreciate you guys coming on board and, broadcasting the race, right? We all love to go back and watch it. And sometimes you see things on the broadcast that you didn't even know happened during your own race. So it's fun to go, be able to do that. And then I got to give a huge shout out, of course, to my wife for, allowing me to put the time into this and, always support me, bringing me the waters or, closing the door if the cat's running in here being crazy. She's definitely bailed me out of a couple laps. And then, shout out to my son. And then, of course, a good little above for allowing me to wake up here for another day and do what we do. It's a blast being able to do it and wouldn't have it any other way.
Heck yeah, buddy. Well, I don't know if you're a drinker, but tonight you definitely should be. But don't drink too much, but don't drink too little either, because it's time to celebrate a win in Vegas.
Yeah, absolutely. I know they say what happens here stays here, but hopefully we can carry this momentum on to Virginia next week.
Ooh, that's good. I like that. We're going to put you in the booth one of these days.
I've been there before, so.
Bryce Fontaine, your winner tonight at Vegas. Tracy, let's get your thoughts on this one, man.
Well, it was just a totally exciting race. I mean, from start to finish, we had so much action, man. It was really hard to keep up with all of it. And I'm sure that there was a couple of incidents, that we missed. But, it had so much going on up front. It seemed like a constant battle for the leader, even though Bryce ended up winning every stage and got the race win tonight. It seemed like there was always a chance that someone else was going to topple him or, kind of knock him back a little bit there. So that was interesting to watch, and especially the call there at the end by Jared Ireland. Man, that was surprising. That was a cool 10 laps or so there to watch, just to see how that was going to play out. So all in all, from start to finish, a very, very interesting race. And got again give kudos to all the drivers here. We had a few cautions, but man, I swear the talent level in this league right here is just off the charts for what you would compared to what you would normally see in iRacing for sure.
100%, Tracy. Last thing before we get out of here, the yes sir moment of the race, the heck yeah moment of the race, sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. So I have two nominees, one of which would of course be the call that we just mentioned from the 13 car of Ireland to pit late and have those fresher tires at the end. He will be a nominee, but that call did not get him the win, so I cannot give him the heck yeah moment of the race. But the save by the 17 when the 3 got into him coming out of turn 4, that save won him this race, because if he had not saved that car, and just like he said, if he put it into nosed into the outside wall, it would have been over right there. So that save by the 17 coming out of turn 4 when he was blocking to defend his teammate from the 3 car is going to be my heck yeah move of the race.
And that was totally one heck yes move of the race. And going back, my nominee, I'm not going to say that I'm going to give it to him, but anyway, the call by Jared Ireland, I mean, I'm just so impressed, man. I don't care how long before the race you kind of work those things out. They never seem to work out exactly right. And I'm not just sure that it wasn't 100% luck, the way the cards kind of fell for him there. I mean, everything kind of lined up, but man, it made for such an interesting race there at the end. I got to give Fontaine, 2 thumbs up for that save as well, man. But I think I would like to nominate the call by Jared Ireland to pit a little later there. So I don't know. Have we got a third tiebreaker anywhere?
Man,
And look, I tell you something else too. Now you have got to give it to Kern as well. You know, we were interviewing him. I think that was after stage 1. He was staying out on older tires and had his teammate behind him, sort of doing some.
That is
blocking.
true. Yeah, that right there at the end of stage 2, he stayed out. Yeah, that was a good call. He ended up P3 for that.
Yeah, and I think that's because he made that call, there's a direct correlation between that and him finishing P3. So
Absolutely.
I don't know, man. Maybe we could play rock paper scissors or something and get the
I tell you
winner.
what, let's do something unprecedented here.
Oh Lord,
Big word, I know. It's okay. Let's give the heck yeah moment of the race to Hyperdrive Esports as a team, because all 3 of our nominations are the number 17 saving the car off of turn 4, the call by the 31 to stay out and get those stage points, and our final nominee, our pole sitter, getting caught speeding on pit road and fighting all the way back through the field, dodging every single wreck. 29 cars or 26 cars passed since he sped on pit road and comes away with a top 5. My heck yeah move of the race is being a part of Hyperdrive Esports tonight.
I'll give that. Yes, I totally agree with that, man. I'd completely forgotten about the 4 of Mason Tomlinson. You know, having to take a EOL and racing his way under green all the way back up to the front, and to be able to get a top 5, man, it is impressive. Yeah, those guys did one heck of a job tonight as a team. You got to give it to them, I think, Chris.
I think so. That's going to be our heck yeah move of the race. Being a member of Hyperdrive Esports is the correct move tonight.
Yeah. I need to find the application.
You ain't kidding. Oh, well, Tracy, it's always a pleasure. It's always a blast to get to come hang out with you. But tonight, the 17 car for EMSN, the E-Motorsports NASCAR Series, GTR Motorsports, Valvoline Instant Oil Change, and all of the other partners here tonight. The 17 rolls the dice, comes away with a big jackpot, and the 13 falls just a little bit short. Cards didn't quite fall his way. But, as we all know, that's Vegas, and this has been Leadfoot TV, right here. Chris Golden, Tracy Brown. Y'all stay golden. We'll see you next time.